Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Tasha, and for those that are new, this is my first time showing my quote-unquote new home. We just got stationed in Utah. My husband is active duty Air Force, and we went from Louisiana to Utah. It has been quite the change. I do really enjoy the views, the snow. The weather has been really great, even with the snow, the wind, and the cold. I really enjoy it. Today, I'm going to go ahead and walk you guys through my living room, my kitchen, and my dining room. I'm not ready to show you my whole house yet because I'm not fully finished with everything that I want on my bucket list before I show you guys. So we're going to focus on those three rooms today. If you would like to see some good cleaning and some organization that I did throughout the downstairs, please stick around. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet and give this video a like, and let's go ahead and jump into this cleaning video.
You look at me like I'm crazy when I shut my feelings out. You look at me like I'm different, still you stay cause you feel something real. Get so lost in my moments, doesn't mean I don't need you. I fell in love with your colors, they kinda tell me what I'm thinking. Fell in love with the way we are and the way we lose it. There's something different about us, and the reason why we stay. We fly around like paper planes, they never know where we will fall. Nobody can see us, still they wanna tear us apart. There's something different about the way we are. There's something different about us.
So throughout this video, I figured I would kind of show you guys the differences between my last military housing to this military housing. One of the first things that I noticed was the age difference of the house. Our last house was a couple of years old. This house was built in the 70s. My sink is a lot smaller. My dishwasher layout is way different than my last one. This one has the bottom spout spray up only, not the top spout spray down. So that's a little bit different for me. I can't put things around the bottom basin to block that spray spout. And also my silverware has a basin inside of the bottom rack. And before, mine was on the door, so I had that extra rack to use for everything. Now I have to have my silverware down there, which is a little bit of a challenge for me because I really like to run everything through my dishwasher. I've been having to hand wash most of my pots and pans, which I'm fine with. But for me, it kind of does drive me a little crazy that I can't put my wood utensils and my spatulas and stuff in with the silverware. I have to lay them across the top, which means I have to leave space for that. Another thing that I noticed is we have hard water here. I've never experienced that before. So a lot of times we have to use extra things, and it is actually required here to use a booster in your dishwasher. It's not really required technically, but they said it was required. Like they ask you to use it in your dishwasher. So we've been doing that, and I switched to the pods with my dish liquid instead of the dish liquid. Instead of the dish liquid, I switched to the pods. So there's a few changes that have been happening around with my cleaning and how I utilize my kitchen and how much I put in the dishwasher versus how much I have to hand wash. Lately, I have been using the Method Heavy Duty Degreaser in the Lemongrass scent to clean my counters and my stove and such, because I don't know, I just like the smell of it, and I feel like it gets the counters really clean. I still love my lime and sea salt, and during the week, if I'm just spot cleaning, I'll use the lime and sea salt. But when I'm doing like a good deep clean, I'll go ahead and use the heavy degreaser from Method because I think it works really well. It doesn't require a lot of scrubbing, and I think the smell is absolutely amazing, and it honestly relaxes me so much.
Even though I wanted to, I should be trying something new, but and now my body's aching. I'm tired of dwelling in the dark, it's just that my heart can't take it. I didn't know what it would cost me when I let you go. I feel alone, and I'm just singing.
Something else I wanted to mention in this video, because I'm very excited about this news. When we first moved here, the first thing I did was join the wives page for this base, and I asked about Grove Collaborative and if anyone here uses it, if it is delivered to the base or whatnot. And come to find out, this base actually does get Grove. There's women on this base that use it, and I found out that my friend got orders and she's at a new base and her base gets Grove too. When I was at the last base, I called Grove because my order stopped arriving, and they told me that they no longer deliver to military installations. So that is proven false. It was just my base for some reason. Now I can get everything I need at my door. If you guys are ever curious about Grove, I do have a link down below all the time, and it gives you guys some free products and some discounts. So feel free to use that code whenever you want to.
Another time, another place, I just know. I just don't know what to do, 'cause it should have been you. That should have been you. I could be wrapped around your arms instead of being lonely. It should have been you. Another time, another place, I just
Going from Louisiana to Utah, I noticed in my skin, my lips, my nose, pretty much my entire body, the lack of humidity within my home, within outside. So we took Tennyson's humidifier from her room, which we'd never used when we were in Louisiana, and brought it downstairs. So now, since I've used that, I noticed that my lips are getting less chapped, my nose is less stuffy. I'm noticing less itchiness of my skin since I had it. So I want to try and get some more humidifiers throughout the house just to get some of that humidity back into my home that I'm used to, because the outside is very dry, very cold, and honestly the wind is so brutal that it chaps my lips and my skin and it dries my eyes. And I'm kind of struggling lately with the hard water as well when it comes to my hair and everything else. So I'm trying my best to find ways to acclimate to being here in Utah. I'm hoping that when spring and summer hits, that maybe my body will kind of adjust to the warmer weather rather than the cold, dry weather here. But we'll see.
Photograph of us without cares and worn out clothes. Doesn't seem so long ago. Now I'm just sitting here bored at home, and it really got me thinking of the times we took off on the road. I can't remember where we headed that night. We were cruising around town in Memphis.
When we first moved in, it was like a week and a half before we got our belongings. So we lived in the home without anything. A friend of Trevor's let us borrow an air mattress, some fold-out chairs, some blankets, stuff like that. And after, I think, day 2, we moved into the home, we realized, where's the microwave? Like, we didn't even realize that there wasn't a microwave. And so we had to go out and buy a microwave. I looked forever for a white one to match all the appliances, but I couldn't find one that had a good review. Most of the white ones I found that were counter sat typically had less than a year life. So I went with this one, and it works really well. The only thing that I don't like about it is the fact that it's taking up my counter space. The best thing about this kitchen is all the counter space it has. Like, I had that really tall bar that kind of cut off my sight line to the dining room in the last house, and now like my bar line goes all the way out. Another thing we noticed when we moved in was someone left behind their latches for their baby proofing things, and we went on to Google and found that the 3M sticky tacks behind it would come off if you used a hairdryer. So today was my day to try and test this out because I need to put a lock on my dishwasher because my daughter is obsessed with opening the dishwasher, and I'm really scared that one day she'll get some knives out of it or anything sharp, breakable, anything. So I need to put a latch on that. She's trying to also learn how to pull her full body weight onto the fridge to open that. So eventually a lock will go on that as well. So in that process, I'm just taking stuff off with the hairdryer, and then I'm going to go through with Goo Gone, and also I wiped it afterwards with the Method Lime and Sea Salt, which actually worked way better than the Goo Gone, and I'll show you guys what it looks like afterwards.
Laying on my bedroom floor, staring up at the ceiling. You got me paralyzed. No, not a single medication could kill all this pain I'm feeling. I'm barely getting by.
Another thing we're going to notice throughout the linoleum in the house is there's quite a bit of extensive floor damage in the laundry room, the kitchen, underneath my table where I'm assuming they had their kitchen table. It has kind of raised up the linoleum and has caused like discoloring. I'm hoping that if I can deep clean that spot, like maybe it will get rid of the discoloring, but I don't want to scrub it too hard because if you notice, it does peel up really easily, and I don't want to cause any more damage and then have to be charged with that. Something else this week, I got a Cedar Mop system, and I'm super excited. I got home, realized I didn't have any mop liquid, so I stole the little recipe that Jessie from Jessie at Home on YouTube uses, which is vinegar and a little bit of dish soap, and it really does work really well. I'm not a big fond fan of the vinegar smell, but for now it's working, and it actually cleans my floors really well. So I'm going to go ahead and mop each section as I clean it instead of doing the whole thing at once. That way I can have some walk space and it's not all just wet at the same time.
So I get a little drunk and I text you, baby, wondering if you're home, 'cause I need someone right now. And I'm a little numb from the love you gave me. I've been sleeping alone.
If you noticed from this view and you saw my community post, I asked for a quote to put on this chalkboard. I did pick a quote, and when I do finally write on the board, I will announce who it was and what it says. I am struggling to find my chalk markers and my pens, so once I find those, I will definitely put something on the board. I looked for a while and I didn't find it, so once I find those chalk ones or I go out and buy new ones, I'll go ahead and write the saying I chose on the board. I'm really excited to have something on it rather than just with this black chalkboard. So that'll be coming here soon, hopefully.
So I get a little drunk and I text you, baby, wondering if you're home, 'cause I need someone right now. Just let me hold you tight until we fade away. Fade away.
I'm not going to be cleaning the dishes and the items inside of the cabinet off, but I noticed after we put the cabinet together and I loaded everything into it, it was really dusty and we had put fingerprints all over it from putting the glass back in. So I wanted to get that cleaned up and get rid of all these little smudgy fingerprints and all this dust. All the dishes and everything were wiped down before I put it in there. I just didn't wipe the actual cabinet, which I don't know why I missed that step. I think I just got overly excited to have my stuff back in it, so I just jumped into it and didn't clean it. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a good clean today. As well as the front of the cabinet, it's kind of splattered with a little bit of mud. The snow melted one day, my dog came inside and shook, so the whole front outside of the cabinet needs to be wiped down as well.
Used to think the world of you, but somewhere down the line We changed and we grew and we fell out of touch as time goes by. Still I'm holding on to you. I know that it's time for me to let you go. I know that it's time for us to part, though it breaks my heart. Baby, it's time for me to face the truth and say it out loud. I don't know you anymore. To be inseparable, I used to stand by you. Now I'm only holding on to a bittersweet memory of you. Oh, I wish it wasn't true. I know that it's time for me to let you go. I know that it's time for us to part, though it breaks my heart. It's time for me to face the truth and say it out loud. I don't know you anymore. I don't know you anymore, like I used to do before. To think the world of you. Somewhere down the line, we change and we grow and we fall out of touch as time goes by. Oh, still I'm holding on to you. I know that it's time for me to let you go. I know that it's time for us to part, though it breaks my heart. Time for me to face the truth and say it out loud. I don't know you anymore. I don't know you anymore. I don't know you like I used to do before.
Up in my bed, wondering if you have called. The sunlight hit my face and leave a shadow on the wall. I'm falling down in disarray, cause these illusions in my head won't go away. I'm climbing up a mountain, trying my best not to fall. But if I focus on my mindset, I know it's gonna be alright. This is just how life is. It's going round in circles. It's going round in circles.
So I tried to be cute and write subscribe on the window. You guys can't see it, obviously. And then also, it was too much product, so I ended up having to use a rag. I probably won't do that ever again. I just always see people write things with cleaning products, like the spray away glass cleaner, and I was like, I want to give it a try. I'm not doing that again with that big of a word. It was silly.
I'm standing by the lake where we always used to hide. But now I'm running from myself, got a feeling that my hands are tied. The water showing me the sky and a reflection of myself I don't recognize. I should be honest with myself, I no longer have you by my side. Focus on my mindset, maybe it will be alright. This is just how life is. It's going around in circles. It's going around in circles. It's going around in circles. Circles. Hey, it's going around in circles. If I focus on my mindset, maybe this will be alright. This is just how life is. It's going around in circles. I said it's going around in circles, circles. It's going around in circles, circles. Yeah, it's going around in circles. It's going around in circles. It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep, 'cause I'm not tired. I'm thinking about the days we used to shine when we were young. I told you that we should start a band and reach for the sky. It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep, I'm just not tired. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside and I kinda feel like calling, but it's too late now. I just miss you. I just miss you. We were such a constellation, right? No, you'd agree. Made a reputation for ourselves at age 18. We had the devil on our shoulders telling us what we should do. I wonder if you think about me too. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside and I kinda feel like calling, but it's too late now. I just miss you. I just miss you. Oh, I miss you.
I want to give you a couple angles of this area so you guys kind of get a feel of what it's like to be in my home, rather than just see the angles I clean. I'm also going to go ahead and show you under my sink, which is where I have stored almost all of my cleaning supplies now. It's child locked in, so I really enjoy that. My underwire baskets, or shelves, didn't fit, so I had to use baskets. I think it turned out pretty organized, and I know how to reach everything. Everything I need most is in the front, so it works out perfectly for me, and I like these little ledges for most of my dish liquid stuff. The cabinet next to it is like my glassware, my bigger pots, colanders, mixing bowls, things like that, and some of my bigger Pyrexes. I did go ahead and line all of the shelves with the heavy duty liners because I like the way they slide really easily, and the cabinets are a lot old actually. This is where most of my pots and pans are. They did put down contact paper on the shelves, but it's been peeling up, so I went ahead and made sure to put liners just to make sure that it was protected, and that way my dishes are still staying clean. The cabinet above this is actually a really large cabinet. I put a bamboo divider in it and split my silverware between the two. This drawer really aggravates me because it gets caught on the stove, but I can still utilize it for most of my needs. With this house, I have been able to hide all of Tennyson's baby stuff rather than being cluttered all over my counter. So the top one is her drawer. The one underneath that is my most used utensils and like bag clips, shaker cup balls, and stuff like that. I did use the Dollar Tree bins I had prior to the old house. This one's kind of like my miscellaneous, koozies, lids for dog and cat food, other lids, miscellaneous tools I use in the kitchen. And at the very bottom, kind of still like a bleh drawer. It holds like my measuring cups and these really cute lemon ones I can't wait to display that my mother-in-law got me. She knows my obsession with lemons, so I can't wait to use those. And I believe that's it for down below. So at the top, the first cabinet closest to the fridge is my spices. I went ahead and used these Dollar Tree bins. I put the top spices, kind of the ones I don't use that often, more like the blended spices, and the larger ones that I don't use that often. Tony's I use on a regular basis, but they're really easy to pull down and make it handy for me just to grab them down instead of them being in a drawer just making a bunch of messes. The second basket below that is like a lot of my smaller spices and ones that I do tend to grab to often. And then below that I did have like my regular like salt, crushed red pepper, some of the seasonings I use for wings and stuff like that. And then next to it I had the Mios. We're very big on Mio. We drink a lot of water in this house, and sometimes it gets kind of boring, so we do like to use the Mio since it's 0 sugar and it's just flavored water. So that's what I have in there. And also I did put my bigger spices into my pantry like I had them last time, so that this is mostly just like my backup spices or my go-to spices I need right when I'm cooking rather than the larger bin spices. Cabinet next to that is most of my dinnerware, and then I was able to fit perfectly Tennyson's cups and bottles in the top basket. Her drying rack used to sit on the counter. It doesn't have to anymore because our dishwasher is amazing and it dries everything perfectly. I don't have to let things air dry anymore after they come out, so now I can just put her cases into these bins, and then her nipples and stuff go into the drawer below. Makes it super handy and keeps my counters a lot less cluttered. This one's just my cups. Super basic, nothing handy in here. We have a lot of mismatch items when it comes to cups. I went ahead and got rid of all of our Tupperware before we left our old house, so I went ahead and grabbed a couple of Tupperwares, and I've just been using my Pyrex and a little bit of Tupperware we do have, and it's made it very handy to not have to have a bunch of things to organize. My pantry here is a whole lot smaller than my last pantry. I still haven't figured out a good way to organize it, but I thought I'd go ahead and show you guys the space. It does have food in it. It's just not organized yet. I'm working on that, so that's that for the kitchen. We're going to go ahead and move on to the living room. It is a quite big disaster since she destroyed it while I was cleaning the other room.
Something was wrong. Here I was dreaming we got along so perfectly and wordlessly. Had I been there some of the time, I would have seen all of the signs of our fault. I'm sorry, but we had something real, a bit of you, a bit of me. And I'm swimming through bitter truth. again. Cause we had love enough, a bit of time, a bit of luck. Now I'm dreaming up, peace of mind, getting unstuck. I don't know how to start over with someone else, thinking of you.
Since the day we moved in, I have yet to organize this space. I kind of just unpacked her toys and just kind of threw them over there. All her stuffed animals are downstairs, like literally all of her toys are downstairs. So while I'm down here, I'm going to go ahead and go through and just make sure there's not random stuff in her toy boxes, like shoes, which I'm finding quite a few of. And I'm going to go ahead and downsize the amount of stuffed animals she has downstairs, just the ones that I know that she plays with on a regular basis. And everything else will go up into her room, just to kind of alleviate some of the clutter down here. I have already started a Amazon cart to make this whole area very organized and so much more like a playroom. That chair is going to be leaving this space soon. I'm going to try and store it in my garage just because it makes the space very small for her, and I don't like that she can climb up onto the chair and look out the window because she likes to play with these blinds, and these blinds are really nice. They're actually a new kind of blinds I've never heard of before. All you do is touch the bottom of them when they're open like that, and you just barely put any pressure underneath them and slide them straight up, and they go up so nicely. So I really don't want her to destroy those. So that'll be changing. I have colorful bins and baskets. It's going to cover and hide all the toys in there. It'll just be baskets. I'm going to have some shelves along the wall to have all her books in. So it's going to be very organized once I get that task done. I just need to wait a little bit before I go spending some more money on more organization, since I just dropped a bunch of money on some organizing for around the house already. So that'll be happening the next month or two.
I was lost without any direction. Had a line so many times, but I needed attention. No matter what I say, no matter my regrets, things still been said and done. There's not a part of me that wants to say no. But I have realized I had to let go. Oh, cause something's broken, and I'm the reason. It's not that easy knowing you'll do better without me. Without me. Without me. I have tried, yeah, to become better. But I'd lie again if I said it'll last forever. I know I make mistakes, it's just the way I am. That's why you have to know. Yeah, there's not a part of me that wants to say no. But I have realized I had to let go. Oh, cause something's broken, and I'm the reason. It's not that easy knowing you'll do better without me. Without me. Without me. Oh, oh, oh. Out of all my mistakes, hurting you is the worst. I admit I was wrong. There's only one thing to do, the last thing I wanna do. I know I have to let you go. Cause yeah, there's not a part of me that wants to say no. But I have realized I had to let go. Oh, cause something's broken, and I'm the reason. It's not that easy knowing you'll do better without me. Without me. Without me.
That is going to be it for this video, y'all. I really hope that you got some motivation from it. I hope that you enjoyed seeing our new home. We're still getting settled, and there's going to be a lot of changes still happening with decor and lots of other things. Like I'm going to try and strengthen my pillow game on my couch because I'm terrible with pillows. So I'm going to try to get some better pillows going, get some new decor in here, and try to get everything more organized. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing what you did see so far. I can't wait to show you some of the other places that I've put a little touch of organizing and new decor in. So stay tuned for the next video. If you haven't yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button, giving this video a like, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks again for watching.